I've come to the conclusion that far too many people on the internet just want to create a bit of a stir, all for their own fame-hungry satisfaction. But somehow it still came as a complete shock last week when I discovered that Ollie Young, the man who set up the Facebook group, "If 100,000 people join, my wife will let me name my second child Spider Pig," was in fact completely lying. It was just a big experiment, and his wife wasn't even pregnant. Almost immediately, group posts turned from adulation to abuse, and when I telephoned Ollie last night, I heard the voice of a broken man who wanted nothing more to do with the whole affair.
Thanks, Ollie.
But Ollie's severe immorality did get me thinking. What if I could harness the fame hunters of the internet, but for the good? I thought that the only person who could possibly help me with this was Luke Reinhardt, author of The Dice Man and my #1 hero. So I sent him an email out of the blue, and we ended up making a video together.
Hi, how's it going? I'm Luke Reinhardt, and I occasionally like to do things randomly.
He and myself had formulated a plan to join all of the web's fame seekers in perfect harmony by starting a story and asking anybody to continue it.
Once upon a time, a woman woke up one morning and found that her life had gone off in an entirely wrong direction, and she was determined to do something about it.
Right then, your job is to post a video response to continue the story, either to that very line or to another line, further down the line. Well, it's all very exciting, if a little complicated. So that's why I've produced this short video, to give you a helping hand.
Do's and don'ts, referring to Reinhardt's random storytelling idea fact sheet file.
Hi there. So you've decided to post a video response to Luke Reinhardt's random story, huh? That's great, but watch out. If you don't follow my instructions, you could be in for a terrible life. So stop, think, listen to my instructions, and hardly anybody will leave here psychologically damaged. Lesson number 2. Don't finish the story before it's even begun. Like this.
Once upon a time, a woman woke up one morning and found that her life had gone off in an entirely wrong direction, and she was determined to do something about it.
She opened up her window and jumped out of that window, and then she died on the ground. Idiot. Lesson number 1. Make sure your video follows on from the one before.
And she was determined to do something about it.
It was a dark and wintry night, and Simon was all alone in his room. There was no woman at all in this story.
Lesson number 3. Lesson number 3. Too random is always too annoying.
And she was determined to do something about it.
Spot kick. Lesson number 4. Plan what you're going to say before you say it.
And she was determined to do something about it.
She was a tall woman, and
And finally, lesson number 6. Progress the story in at least some way.
And she was determined to do something about it.
You'd never guess, but food really does excite me. I suppose I just like having my fingers in as many pies as possible, which is kind of why I like this video coming up now.
Every year you see the latest fried state fair creation. They've had Twinkies, candy bars, strawberries, all fried. This year the gimmick is deep fried Pepsi.
That's right, deep fried Pepsi balls, which look like this. And then this man tastes some and says with an air of uncertainty,
Pepsi-licious.
However, for all the fanfare that this has received on the blogs, Everybody seems to be missing out on an underlying point, that deep fat frying anything disgusting can make it taste just about vaguely okay. That's pretty obvious, but what seems to have escaped the attention of market traders throughout the land is a view that I've held for pretty much my whole life. It's that any foodstuff, good or bad, can be improved tenfold by the addition of cheese. Think about it. Cheese and cake, cheesecake, and cheese and chocolate, chocolate cheesecake. The list is endless. So I'm here in Kentish Town to put this little hypothesis to the test. Excuse me, do you want some free cheese? Are you sure? Hi there. Would you like to try some cheese?
Oh, no, thanks. Just eat.
Sure? Okay. Cheese? You like some cheese? I just wondered, what have you got in your bag? Because I'm just doing this thing where I mix cheese with certain foodstuffs that people have, and then we just see if it tastes nicer.
Okay, well, I've just been to the shop and I've got some sausages, some pies.
Can you just bring out the sausages? What I'm going to suggest that we do is just try one of these sausages with some brie.
Let's go for half.
You want to share half?
Yeah, I'm a bit of a cynic about this brie sausage combination. I would have to say it's got something. For sausage on its own is 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I would give that maybe a 7.
Cheese. Cheese. Cheese?
No.
You don't want to... Okay.
Cheers, guys.
What I always like to do with a Scotch egg is first of all just chop it up.
Cheese.
Cheese. I would suggest personally for you, just looking at you, I'd say cheddar. What I guess I'm just going to do is just drill through here and then we can stick your Twiggers into it.
I'm going to throw up by eating that cheese. You had the creaminess of the cheese, which was quite nice. The cheese twiglet combo was okay.
Cheese. We're going to make a sort of banana split, but not using your normal ice cream. We're just going to lovingly fondle the banana with cream cheese.
That looks really disgusting.
Often on these things you have a glacier cherry, but we're going to go for a tomato. Just going to put some hundreds and thousands on. If you try it with the tomato.
You know, that tomato really makes all the difference.
Does it? I thought it might do, actually.
I actually do really like it.
Do you?
I'm serious, I actually do.
That's amazing. Cheese. Is that Coke I can see? Okay, brilliant. So I think now, in order to get that kind of Coke float feel, we'll add some boursin. We don't want to go crazy, but I'm going to add in just a little bit of this one, which might give a real kick to proceedings, a certain spiciness. And this is a Norfolk Blue.
It's not too bad actually, it's quite...
Really?
It's the same idea as with the vanilla Coke, like you can't really taste the vanilla
Sure.
too much, but it definitely gives it an extra sort of flavour. I thought it was
Really?
pretty good, yeah.
That is quite staggering, really. But I'm very pleased. Cheese. Well, what did I tell you? Everybody, without exception, likes cheese. Well, the show, just like the summer, has almost ended. But please do make me proud by continuing that chaotic storyline and also heading to our blog, where you'll be able to see lots of...
Please shut up.